Okay guys, Forex Capital here. Let's take a look and see what Bitcoin is doing today. So, looking at the daily chart, guys, we had this massive rally, and we're all celebrating this. I did mention we were going to reach, 31 grand. We did. Now, we are going to look more at the weekly chart here. I think that one is a little bit more useful right now since we had this, dude. This is what I like to call a parabolic rally. We went boom, 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 and now we're sitting at basically 33 grand, 32.9 currently. So let's look at this RSI, guys. It is, a little bit in the overbought. So we're what, 93 or so. So just because RSI is overbought doesn't mean that it cannot go any higher. That can be proven multiple times. Just look at this. It was overbought. We had a little bit of pullback, boom, boom, and then look at how much it rallied. So that being said, what is the target right now is the question. I haven't been posting this last couple weeks because typically traders take the last 2 weeks of the year off, so we have a lot of liquidity issues. But I've been watching this very closely, trying to figure out where we're gonna go. So I came up with this 261% retracement from the low of December 10, 2018 to the high of June 24 of 2019 to the low of March 9 of 2020. So let's take a look and see where this is going. So this fib right at $42,212. So it's the 361% extension of this fib extension that I drew here. Now, this 32, 33 level, this little area, the fibs are not perfect, but I did mention we were going to encounter a little bit of a resistance. We blast through it. Now we're just kind of consolidating. The last couple weeks we've been very bullish, so it's always good. By the way, guys, if you guys liked the video, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to pulverize that like button, because that's the only way you're going to help out the channel reach 7 billion people. Two guys that trained me always said, hey, make sure you teach somebody. Here I am with a YouTube channel trying to help everyone in the universe how to make shackles in the crypto market. So don't forget, hit that subscribe button, pulverize that like button, and if you get anything useful out of the channel, send one friend to the channel. That way they can make shackles like you're making shackles. So that being said, looking at this 361% retracement, this has been such a parabolic move that it's hard to tell where it's going. But this 361% extension, it is a very, very powerful fib. Now, anything that has a 61.8, it's always, it's in nature, and it's going to be definitely some resistance. Now, what I think will happen, let's just shrink this down a little bit, is if we have a little bit of consolidation here and we blast through 42.2, now definitely this 261% retracement from the swing high to the swing low, that's how I'm coming up with that fib. The 46.6, it's going to be a big level. Now, you can always overshoot stuff, because last week is the perfect example. The 30,000 was going to be a big thing, and we also had the 31.6 was going to be a big thing, and we just boom blasted through it. So if we break above 42, realistically, we're going to encounter some resistance at 46,000, but more likely we're going to overshoot to 50,000. 50,000 is going to be a huge level for Bitcoin. So at 50,000, I would probably, depends on what, the way that works usually in any market is, once you hit your levels, you either move your stops to break even, or eventually just trailing your stops so it doesn't turn into a losing position, and then you eventually exit the position once you hit your objective, for the most part, unless you get a signal otherwise. Here in crypto, we have the tendency of just if it pulls back, we'll just wait until it gets better. We just wait. Typically, that's not always the case. If you're doing this with leverage, oh, that's the recipe of disaster. But in 50,000, we're probably going to have a pullback. We'll have to wait and see how bad of a pullback we get. Now, usually January, we get pullbacks. Other than here, this 2018, we had like, we got a pull like 80+%. I think it was like 82%, 85% of the value got pulverized, and then we pull right back in, you know, eventually. So January usually is a month where we have a pullback, so I would be very careful. I mean, right now we had, like I said, we had such a parabolic move that I'm just kind of in wait and see mode. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna break the 42 grand level and then hit 50,000, then pull back, because I want to be buying pullbacks right now, but depending on what the candle tells me. So I'm in wait and see mode right now. Like I said, we hit objective 1, objective 2. So if you follow the previous, you know, videos, you made some shackles. Now, if you're writing this, then I would just wait. I mean, if we would break below the 30 grand and you got in at 20,000, I would probably just move my stops to break even or just cash some profits, and then we just wait for other pullbacks. But if you've been writing this, you know, since 16 grand, I would just wait. Because more likely, it seems like that we're gonna overshoot to 42. We break 42, and then we're more likely gonna overshoot to 50 grand. Right then, once we get 50 grand, I mean, you also have to wait for institutional investor. I know that everyone's been talking about how all the institutions are going to go in and they won't matter. Well, it does matter, because when you have investors calling you, telling you, hey, what are my returns for this month? And I mean, you have to send statements every month. And then if you bought a 50,000 and all of a sudden now you're at 40,000, and you say, oh, by the way, sir, we just lost, you know, 20% of your investment, investors are going to panic and then pull out. And then usually that creates an avalanche. So institutional investors are very careful of what they do. So that being said, guys, if you guys liked the video, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to pulverize that like button. Thanks again, guys.